Hello guys, and welcome back to episode 14 of Really Awesome Plays Civilization Beyond Earth with Rising Tide. When we left off in the last episode, we had just finished our conquest over Integer, leaving them with one city, Demut. We captured the cities of Eintracht, Vasher, Weisheit, Weltgeist, Blauwald, Castellan and Entwicklung. So yeah, things are looking pretty good in that war. Our unhealth is absolutely nuts at the moment due to the amount of cities we have under resistance, which will be for quite a while. Yet I think the maximum here is 17 turns or 18 turns, I think, in Castellan. The rest should be under our control relatively soon. So yeah, we're kind of going to be on the back foot while our own health is sorting itself out. Over here by our home cities, I noticed the Cavatan Protectorate just begun a new city right by Isle Muir, which is not ideal. Certainly I'm going to continue developing our force over here in order to sweep down into the Cavatan Protectorate. They're also our single biggest rival at the moment in terms of late game. And speaking of late game, our research is coming along nicely. We are nearly finished our current research and then just nanotechnology into nanorobotics. And then we can build the victory condition for Harmony, which is the Mind Flower. While we're in here after nanorobotics, I want to come over to the other side of the tech web and queue up the Xenotitan research. So the Xenotitan is the ultimate Harmony unique unit, a bioengineered monstrous creature based on alien lifeforms, enormous, very powerful melee siege unit. So yes, indeed, we shall have that hopefully for, if not the beginning of our war with the Cavatan Protectorate, certainly towards the end of that war. A lot of notifications over here that we made peace with Integer, some trade routes available. Quest has been updated. Yeah, just this is the African People's Union have made progress with the. I think they're going for the. We'll double check. They are going for. Oh, they have high harmony. So, I think that notification is for supremacy or even a purity victory condition where they need to re-establish contact with Earth. So actually, maybe that is nothing to worry about at all. I do worry when we build the Mind Flower building that we will come under attack, so I am definitely giving some consideration as to where to put that. Initially I was leaning towards here, but I think maybe even right here by Deep Castle might be a good idea because we can absolutely surround this area in military units without too much difficulty. So yeah, let's get straight into it with a next turn. Cold morning here in Seattle today. I have my coffee, my half and half, complete with 1 spoon of sugar. You know, over here you have those coffee machines. I mean, some people in Ireland have them, but not a whole lot, you know, but they make life so easy. You can just set it and forget it. And you can wake up in the morning to the smell of coffee with a fresh cup. So it is delicious. So, yeah, just to see how the war between the Cavatan Protectorate and Al-Falah is going. Al-Falah captured this city recently. It'd be fantastic if they managed to push down into the Cavatan Protectorate's area, but I'm not too confident that they can. Let's see if there's any support that we can give them with potential agreements. This might be a good one. So yes, indeed, and we get additional science as well from the diplomatic personality trait that we have picked earlier. Al-Falah are very behind where we are certainly at the moment, so that is quite good. They do have some deals in place with the African Union as well, so. But yeah, here in Deep Castle, it has finished the Minotaur siege unit, so I think we shall build. So these are some of the new units we can get because of our harmony affinities as well. So this is a Supremacy Harmony hybrid unit, and this is a Purity Harmony hybrid unit. But I think for now we shall just go with. A gene smelter is probably a good idea. We're going to have a lot of unhealth for a long time, but when it does eventually kind of normalize, there's no harm in helping that along, I think. On Muir, the intrigue has increased to 2, still not something I'm overly concerned about. I think here also in Fargen, we shall build a gene smelter for the health. A lot of our units need orders. I'm certainly tempted to set them up around Demut. We can't actually start a war with Demut for, I would assume, 10 turns. War we cannot start for, yes, 9 additional turns, so I wouldn't mind actually removing those folks from the game. One big thing I forgot to mention in the previous episode is our Poseidons now have a range, instead of a 2 tile range, they now have a 3 tile range. So you'll see here they can, ordinarily it would only be this 2 tile radius around them, but it's actually 3, so they are amazing for assaulting cities now. So we should actually begin to move our Poseidons up around the coast towards Dimut. And we have a third one down here also. So I mentioned I did not want to take my foot off the gas earlier in the Let's Play in regards to assaulting cities and the like, assaulting civilizations. That's civilizations, I should say. So that is certainly something I want to keep in mind. I just want to come over here and begin to move some of our land forces. We just need some capture units for the city of Dimut when we do eventually start a war with Integer again, just to remove them from the game. So I think the Xeno Cavalry might be the ones to take here. They have a combat strength of 72, whereas our melee units are only 48. So I think, yes, indeed, we'll get 2 Xeno Cavalry to come on over here to, I guess around these tiles maybe is for the best. 7 moves, and we get this other Xeno Cavalry to move over also. And that will be 8 moves. So our submarine force, I think for now, it's a bit of a trek to get back around to where our capital is, Deep Castle. Our military units are a bit sparse elsewhere, so I think I'll move maybe 5 subs up here into, or even 4 subs up here into this small bay, and the rest can move over towards the cities of Dunkyle and that area, because it's more localized, I think, which is just over here to the east of their current position. Some of these units will need to reinforce these cities, so I might just keep these units here in this area. And yes, the rest of our sub-force can move back here towards Dunkyle. So things are looking pretty good. I think we set ourselves up nicely in the early game. So now we are reaping the benefits of that forward planning. This is our aircraft carrier, our Hydra unit, so we shall move this also up here towards Dimut, so we can easily assault that city when we do eventually go back to war with Integer. And continue to move our submarine force over. It's always the way in the later turns of a civilization game. You continually find yourself the turns taking much longer than they were previously, you know. But I guess as is a civilization game. So diplomatic capital, we're on 1300. We can't really get any more personality traits, so we're maxed out on everything here. So instead we can start using that as some kind of currency. I think in Eintracht, when we do eventually get this back, I'll station a couple of aircraft in the city for Dimut, our final assault on Integer. So that is the end of this turn. Our true Xeno Cavalry over here is blocked by one of the units we just moved, so fantastic. I'll just move them down to here for now, I think. And let's try this next turn again. Yes, indeed. So Alphala, I wonder if they'll manage to hold the city of Genzorig. Looks like perhaps they made peace with the Cavatan Protectorate, which is, personally, it's fantastic that Alphala have a city here. That gives me some kind of defensive area, because the Cavatan Protectorate won't be able to freely move through these tiles owned by Alphala, but yet I can, so hopefully I'll be able to sweep down here as well as sweeping down here. I think the big one is Mandira.
Natural selection is an effective process for organic optimization, but is too slow to be truly useful.
So tissue engineering finished. We get some kind of passive bonuses from that, nothing too major.
This world is a gift garment that we wear upon ourselves, and within ourselves in gratitude to the giver.
So level 15 Harmony, that is, you can progress past level 15, but for all intents and purposes that is the maximum level, so fantastic. Choose production in Gangren, which has finished the Xenomass bathhouse. I think we shall continue with our happiness building. We have an idle covert up in Taibo, and I think I will send that down to Almur to help reduce some of the intrigue in that city. One of our units, a lot of our units need orders, I would assume. So Leviathan over here in Blauwald can fortify, and our Reaver can... I'll just take a peek down here to make sure there's nothing too major going on. I didn't think so. So I can move back into Enviklong. And that is the end of our turn. We have a lot of units on the move in this turn, so our Hydra can come up into Eintracht and just simply... I'll fortify for now, so I don't have to worry about it. Oh, we have some aircraft in Eintracht already, I think. Oh no, it's just a visual glitch. So there we go, on to the next turn. Alphala and the Cavatan Protectorate. So she is relatively close to us, but not a chance. I'm coming for you next, my friend, in the Cavatan Protectorate. Quite annoyed they were cheeky enough to build a city right here. Oh my word, the Alphala managed to capture another city down to the south in the Cavatan Protectorate. Elodie, not at all. She actually is almost after catching up with us as well. Something to keep in mind. Traditionally, when you build a endgame victory wonder, I guess, a lot of the AI will start being very aggressive towards you, so I'm just trying to prepare for that also. Over here in Dangai we finished the Bionics lab, and I think we shall continue with our health buildings, so next turn again. I think we'll have a lot of units, yes, arriving in their final locations. So these units here, I'm just wondering what is the best approach to have with these units. I think we shall just move them over here towards the coast, just to gain vision as much as anything else. These units can just simply spread out here in the bay. This fellow can fortify, and that is the end of this turn. So some of our cities are starving, it says in the notification, but that's simply because they're in revolt. Once I gain control of them fully, it should lessen. So some aliens attacking the city of Vasanta. And I'm really glad to see Alphala manage to take some cities from the Cavatan Protectorate. It doesn't seem like they have a whole lot of cities actually, if it's just these three. Perhaps there's another one here that we can't see, but I doubt it. So these units can begin to fortify, and you can fortify for now. And this unit can just move down to the coast, see if you can gain some sight, which it cannot. And I just move out of Alphala's way. I need to slow down their war with our enemy. And this Leviathan can also fortify here. So our true Xeno cavalry is finished in Tiangang. We shall move it down to the south along the Cavatan Protectorate's border. A Minotaur is finished in Isle-Muir. Move it up towards the rest of our land forces. And before we continue moving these units, we'll take out this quest decision. So plus 5% science from institutes or free technology. Free technology might be nice. So we get to choose what technology we would like. I think I'll go for artificial evolution to speed up this Xenotitan upgrade.
If you want a better deal with evolution, cut out the middleman.
Indeed. So yeah, there we go.
The body finds infection, surrounds it, and neutralizes it, thus saving the host. This planet is our host. What do you suppose it thinks of you?
So level 16, I spoke incorrectly earlier. That is actually the maximum harmony level, so our jets are now level 16 harmony. So 15% splash damage to enemy units next to target, that seems quite good. Neither of these seem particularly interesting, but I think I will go for the 15% additional damage, splash damage. So fantastic. And quite a bit of production to choose in Isle-Muir. We shall continue with our happiness spree up in Huan-Lan. I think they need a lot of buildings up here. I think Drone Command is probably a good one. I'm also going to purchase some tiles in that city. First we will switch on the resource icons. Nothing too major jumps out at me, but I think we'll just purchase some tiles around it. We do have an awful lot of energy at the moment. So may as well expand our borders a little bit. I think that will do for now. Over in Eintracht, I'm going to purchase some jets. We cannot, for some reason. Shrike. Oh, it's because it is, of course, it is still in resistance for 2 more turns, so nearly, not quite, but nearly. So over in Tiangang, we finished the true Xeno cavalry, and I shall now build, I'm tempted to continue with the health buildings, but also a drone command is probably no harm, so I shall purchase that. Choose production in Vacher. Again, this is a city that needs a lot of improvements, so I think for now, yes, we'll go for the Sidon Nursery. It's a bit of everything. A unit needs orders, some of our subunits will spread them out around Dunkeiler in this naval passageway that we have seem to have quite a good stranglehold on. So just continue to hold this area. And all of these units can fortify for now. So the Franco-Iberian purity units, tier 3, they're quite intimidating, but not overly so. So Entwicklung is starving still. This unit can move a little closer to Demut, but there seems to be some kind of a hidden unit here, I think. So for now you can simply skip. And a sip of my coffee for me. So integer offended at our health level. Somewhat ironic, I suppose, but not overly so. African People's Union quite happy with us. Over here, the African People's Union, oh, they're quite behind us in technology. Certainly good news for when we build these victory conditions. I wonder if this unit can hit Demut from there, and these units can fortify. This can fortify also. We get to choose production in Weisheit, which is now under our control. Yes, indeed, I think some health buildings. So our covert agent has arrived in Almur, so we'll simply end its turn, or not end its turn, simply have it based there in order to reduce the intrigue in that city. Eintracht 1 more turn, and then we can build some military units, closing in on the ability to restart our war with integer. I would assume they have a second city somewhere else. Not a chance, integer. So that is hopefully the end of integer, I think, from this game. And we are quite the genocidal force, it seems, in this playthrough. I don't usually play so aggressively, but I think we got a lot of momentum quite early on, so there's probably no harm in continuing that. So here our units cannot move. Oh yes, of course, because we're not at war with integers, so of course we cannot move into their land tiles. So these units can simply skip. We have a quest decision, +2 energy or +1 production. I think production is probably more valuable here. Choose production in Jiangshan, which finished the gene smelter. Quite a few African Union units around here, so I think just to give them something to think about, I shall build some... Reavers are quite weak. I think I'll build some of our cruiser units, and next turn. Our true Xeno cavalry, yes indeed. We need those folks on the land for the capture of Demut. This unit can simply move up here, and this unit can move around to here, I suppose. Like these units are quite, or these cities are quite close to the coast, but with the amount of money we have, I think if we do decide to make some kind of seaward assault on these land cities, that we can certainly just buy the units from the Kessel, Fargen, Gangren, and Almur. So that is...
Meine Zeit ist kostbar. Deine nicht?
Oh, integer declared war on us. What an idiot. Well, this won't take long. I thought we would have a few more turns of respite before that happened. But it appears not, so that is fine. So Demut, we should be able to fire on quite freely now. We cannot hit the city of Demut, so instead I will hit this unit here, and hopefully we can get in range with this unit to hit Demut. We can indeed. I have my doubts about this unit's ability to hit there. No, so you can simply alert. And these units over here you can fortify for now. You can move down here a little and fortify. Our true Xeno cavalry in Koyan can begin to move down to join the rest of our forces. Now before I go any further, how long before I can capture this city of Demut? It is 83 defense, so that is quite high. Our Xeno cavalry can just move slowly down towards the city itself. And these shrikes here can begin to attack these units outside of Demut. In Eintracht, which is now under our control fully, I'm going to purchase 3 shrikes, which are quite expensive but certainly worth it. Yes indeed, so we now have a full complement of 5 aircraft in Eintracht. Choose production in a few of our cities. Farjan finished a gene smelter, 1 on health still, but I think for now we shall tempted to go towards the Neural Lab, but I think just in case we'll build a couple of Leviathans or Poseidons. I think I'll go for Poseidons. In Koyan, finished a true Xeno cavalry, and we shall build next, I think, a gene smelter, yes indeed, just to get it out of the way. Eintracht also needs some buildings done, so Pharma Lab for now. So very shortly we should have our yes indeed on health under control. No, the Cavitan Protectorate still looking to make friends with us? I do not think so. City of Demut shooting at our Poseidon instead of in the coast of the city. Not overly concerned. Should be a pretty quick fight here, I think. So the true Xeno cavalry not quite in range for the capture on this turn, but we can move it over and get it ready. I don't want to move it too close to the city of Demut itself, just in case. I think in Eintracht we shall purchase a military unit. I think a Minotaur. Very expensive again, but it'll be helpful. We can just move it in to the coastal tiles here and begin to develop a second land force for our assault if it happens shortly on the Cavitan Protectorate. And our Poseidon can assault Demut. This Poseidon cannot do a whole lot here. I suppose I may as well kill one of these worker units. This fellow perhaps. As I'll move our submarine force into place as well. True Xenoswarm coming down, and we also have some other land units about to hit the coast. Yes indeed, true Xeno cavalry here as well. Up here to the north of the Cavitan Protectorate we have some units in place, so I can skip. Our air units can heal this turn, so I want a full assault on the city of Demut on the next turn. We have an idle covert operative, wow, English is tough, in Mirandira or Mandira, and we shall just steal science, I think. So choose production in Blauwald is now fully under our control. I think in Blauwald we shall build not much production in Blauwald, so I think we shall go for a auto plant, might be a good idea. Biofactory, I don't know if we have any chitin around here. I think for now just an auto plant, it's just a straight production upgrade. The Minotaur unit over here is having trouble moving, so we shall auto move it ourselves. Move the Sea Dragon out of the way. And I think that is the end of this turn. Alpha happy with us. I wonder if their war with the Cavitan Protectorate is still ongoing. City of Dimut assaulting our Poseidon. Not a huge issue. This is definitely looking like Integer's last turn. So Valkyries can fire on some units from Integer. Won't do a whole lot of damage. I do need to get a defensive unit into that city to help with the assault of this unit should he come over. I do feel like we might even capture the city of Dimut on this turn. These units can continue to group up. So over here we shall first and foremost move this Poseidon into place here, as it will hit harder. I'm sure Xeno Cavalry can attack on this turn, yes indeed. I'm hoping with these 5 aircraft that we can get the city of Dimut down to a realistic to capture health level. We shall see. I have my doubts perhaps, but maybe. Maybe, we'll see. If not, it will certainly be on the next turn. And I think that is the last run by our aircraft. Yes indeed. And yes, this should be the capture. And that is the end of Integer. Good luck. So, we can just take some stuff to fill out our tech web a bit, I guess. Genetic design, perhaps. And then just take some energy. So there we go.
Biochemistry on this world is like a good contract. It looks straightforward, but there are some real devils in the details.
And with that, the end of Integer.
Do you change the steps in the dance of life? Or does the dance of life change your step?
Some more technology, genetic design.
Our backs are strong, and our bellies are full, because on Earth, someone's belly is empty, and their back is bold. Make sure your conduct is worthy of their pain.
So purity level 7 reached. They're still crying a river about being out here in space. The city of Dimut, I suppose we may as well annex it. We have a lot of production to choose. Deep Castle, finished a gene smelter. So Deep Castle can actually build a Poseidon. Dunkyle can... I think over in Dunkyle we shall build a... really unsure what to build at this stage. That would be a good wonder to build in one of our cities, but we are so close to developing our endgame wonder that there's really no point. So I think instead we'll just start working towards production. Tiangong needs a lot of stuff as well up here. A grow lab might be nice, but I think there's no harm in preparing for our war with the Cavitan Protectorate. Over here in Vacher, they can just build some health buildings. Not too worried about these cities. They're quite underdeveloped compared to our core cities, so they're more just secondary cities. Food and production is probably not too bad. And in Dimut, which we just captured, they shall build a clinic. So as I look at the Cavitan Protectorate, I am thinking an assault from our naval assault can move in here from the west, and our land forces can move in from the north. This small couple of land forces we have over here to the east by the integer cities, we can begin to move across. They do have quite good movement allowances, so it shouldn't be an overly difficult proposition. And this unit can simply group up over here with the remainder of our units. Our Poseidon can heal. Actually, oh yes, indeed, I'll just heal it. And these Poseidons can come over and protect some of our other cities, such as Weltgeist and Weisheit. And this unit can move over here just to provide a bit of fire support should anything come this far, but it's highly unlikely. But guys, yeah, I think that is the end of this episode. So we are certainly closing in on the end game. We need to get our mind flower our technology prerequisites complete. So once we do have that complete, certainly one of the big things I'll be thinking about is where to build it. I think here outside of a deep castle on this land tile here might be good, especially if we are going to begin moving our naval force back around to this area. We'll have a lot of units in place to defend. I think the only real issue is going to be from the African Union if they decide to sweep down from the south. But the issue with the African Union from their side of things is that they are very weak compared to us at the moment. So yeah, I think, we're definitely on course for a victory, barring some miracle. So yeah, like I said, that is the end of the episode, and I would like to thank you guys for joining me. If you have any thoughts, feedback, etc., do leave it down in the comment section. And if not, I will see you next time.